We're going to be looking at the top 10 worst gambling strategies and most common mistakes people make when playing in today's video. I've went through hundreds of different mistakes and bad strategies, and I've come up with this list of 10. Number 1 is going to be chasing your losses. I know every single one of you guys is familiar with this. It happens to all of us, and I'm going to show you guys an example right here on this game mode called Flip. We're going to start this off with some $100 bets, and once we get some losses, guys, I'll show you guys what happens. Chasing your losses is exactly how it sounds. When you lose, you start going crazy. You just keep on going back and back and back until you win. And sometimes it works. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it does work, but sometimes it doesn't. And I'm gonna show you guys on Flip. So we lost. We're gonna go ahead and chase the loss. We're gonna go in with 100 again. We're gonna lose again. So now we're down a total of 100 on the session. We're gonna go again, and we're gonna lose again. And now we're gonna go in again with another 100, and we're gonna go again. And we're gonna lose. Okay, wow. This is actually insane that it's showing it perfectly what chasing your losses can do. It has to be heads this time. There it is. And because of that, I have to go for another one, guys. I'm gonna go heads here. Double heads, please. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more here just to show you guys exactly chasing your loss here as a perfect example. There we go. All right, what is that? That's $400 here. Back when I cash this out, I could go for another one. I would have guessed tails here. Let's grab that. But yeah, that's an example of chasing your losses right there. We're gonna lose $200 because we chased our loss. Now for the second worst gambling strategy on my list, this one's a little controversial. It's going to be the Martingale method because some people swear by it. So the Martingale method, you double up your bet every single loss until you win. So in theory, you should be able to win unlimited amounts of money with this strategy only if you have unlimited balance, and none of us have unlimited money. So if you're ever going to do this, you have to start with like a cent or 2 cents if you want the best chance of making it out. But eventually you are going to lose everything, guys. That's just how the Martingale strategy works, and we're going to go ahead and demonstrate it for you guys right here on some blackjack. Okay, we're gonna start with $50. I'm starting very high for the bet amount. I would recommend everybody, if you're gonna try this out for yourself, do this on a much smaller bet amount. Oh my god. Okay, we're playing blackjack, guys, so we gotta play by the book if we're gonna get double aces like this. Oh my god, wow, how did we lose that? Okay, so we lost that. We're gonna go ahead and double that up. We actually lost $100 as we split that, but we're gonna double this up for the sake of the Martingale here, guys, and we'll show you how crazy this can actually get. So then every time you win, you reset back to your starting bet amount. So $50 once again, guys. We're gonna go ahead and just play this how we normally would on blackjack. I'm gonna hit that. There we go. Wow, we're getting lucky with the 21. So since we won, we stay on the 50 here. 12 on a 4. We're going to stand that here. I'm trying to get a good example of how crazy the Martingale can get. It works better if you go on a game mode where the bets are really fast, such as dice or mines, and you can kind of just double up every time you lose. Last time we tried this strategy out, it actually worked pretty well for us. I'm not going to lie, but eventually we would lose. So 14 on 8. We're going to hit that. 24. We're going to lose. There we go. Let's double this up to 100. And we would basically, essentially, just keep on doubling this up every time we lose. Let's see if we're going to win this one. Come on, 22, 26, 17. Okay, we won that. So we're going to reset that back to 50. But essentially, if we lost that, we go to 200. If we lost that, we go to 400. Eventually, we would hopefully win, and we would make a profit of $50. As you can see, it can get out of hand very quickly. Mistake number 3 is going to be overconfidence after a win. I see people making crazy amounts of profit at times. They'll hit 1,000x or maybe even a 500x with a crazy bet. They'll make a few $1,000s of profit, and then they're confident. They'll keep on betting, and they'll end up losing everything. I know you guys know somebody this has happened to, or if it's happened to yourself, where you win a bunch and then they always hit you with the but I lost it all after. So after a win, do not get too overconfident. Cash out at least some of the profit and what you put in. If you put in $500, you won 2k. Take out 1,500, play with the 500. No matter what, you don't lose money and you still made some money. Now number 4 is gonna be a high risk strategy. This was actually sent in by one of my Discord mods, Maddie. Guys, some high risk strategies, they're just not it. So let's see if this one is gonna work for us or not. So we're gonna set the multiplier to 10x, and he said every loss is going to be a 10% increase on loss. We're going to do $15 for this bet size on this high risk strategy, and let's see what happens on this, guys. I've had my fair share of good luck on these high risk strategies, but I've also lost a ton of money doing high risk strategies. So we have a 10% chance to win here, basically, guys. Every win, we should get about $150 back. So let's get right into this, and as you can see, wow, this loss is actually growing way quicker than I anticipated. There we go. All right, we got 2 back-to-backs, really good ones here. Oh, whoa. Okay, we've gotten really lucky on this, guys. Come on, one more luck, please. Yes, there we go. Okay, we're getting so lucky on here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that to roll under here, and we are up 300 on the session now. Okay, let's go for like 500 on this session profit, at least on this strategy, guys. I did not expect this strategy to work out so well off of the bat. So every 10 bets, we should hit at least one. This is gonna go into a different mistake as well, which I'll go into later. So let's try this again here, guys. On the lower end, I hope I flipped at the right time. Let's see, this is already at $26. Oh no, we missed one. Come on, 38, 42, we'll go up to 50 bucks. All right, two more, 1, 2, okay, 62. That is way too much. I'm gonna reset that back again. Watch this next one hit, okay. Wow, this would have kept on going, guys. This is insane. Oh my God, please hit on this next one. I'm gonna give it 2 more. All right. Oh, wow. That hit on that last one. Okay, we missed another one up here, guys. I really made a mistake of flipping it, but we're going to stick by it. We hit so many wins on there. That was actually a huge win right there. Let's see. $540 on that bet. We really needed that. I'm going to try this again, guys, okay? I think we're directly even what we came into this dice strategy with. There we go. Okay, that put a smile on the face. There we go. Nice. Come on. Yes, there we go. Nice, nice. Whoa, back-to-backs. Okay, boys. I think we're gonna call it right there. We saw how risky that strategy could have went. It went all the way up, all the way down, and then all the way back up again. I think I'm gonna grab the profit there on dice. We just made 558 on that total dice strategy, and we ended up actually profiting on the session overall. So that worked out for us, but as you guys can see, that could have went completely south. Now, mistake number 5, you guys saw me doing it in that last strategy as well. It's gonna be people not setting a total budget in terms of the low end they're willing to go to and in terms of a profit goal. If you watch my videos, I usually try to set a profit goal. We just set a profit goal on dice. It was 5.5K. That way we have a number where we get out at, and we also want a number on the low end where we get out with. So for an example, I'm going to try something super risky here, which I really have been doing a lot too much recently. We're going to be doing mines 20 on the board, and we're going to go for 3 clicks here. We're going to do some $5 bets here, guys. And for an example, I'm going to set a low end of $4,500 doing this, okay? We're going to let this rip here. It's a 200. Whoa, one off. It's a 227x here, guys, and that's gonna make us $1,000 of profit. And I'm willing to lose about $800 here and go to 4.5K chasing it. So that's my low end. My high end, if I hit one, I'm out, basically. There we go. Wow, that should not have hit, honestly. That should not have hit that early, but as you can see, I set a low end of 4,500. No matter what, I am out over there, and I'll go do something else. If I hit one, I'm completely out. All we needed was one. We got super lucky in that instance, and we ended up pulling out a $1,138 payout from $5. Okay, that was actually way too lucky, but yeah, you guys get the gist of that. That's basically, you want to set limits on there. That's a huge mistake I see people doing, and they end up passing those limits. Number 6, guys. Wow, hold on. We're doing really good on this session here. Mistake number 6 is not knowing the odds of what game you're playing. So for an example, I'm playing an original house game right here. As you can see for mine, it's a 1% house edge. This means for every $100 I bet on the website, I expect to lose $1, aka 99% RTP, return to player. And for some slots, I believe it's around 96% return to player, so it's a 4% house edge. Most originals are 1 to 2%. I think blackjack can be lower, so you want to learn the odds for the game you're playing, and you also want to know the odds for what multiplier you're going for. So I was just going for a 227x multiplier, which means out of every 227 bets, I'm expected to hit 1. It's technically a little bit less because the house edge we just talked about, but just to make it simple, that's what we're looking for. If you're going for 100x, 1 out of every 100 bets, you should hit 1. And I'm going to show you guys an example. So we're going to go for that 100x I was talking about here, guys, on dice. And so basically you can see right here, this is the house edge kicking in. This should be 1%, but it's a 0.99. So out of every 100 bets, guys, I can expect to hit at least 1 bet here. So I'm going to do some $3 bets here, okay? So we're going to do some $3 bets here, guys, and I am willing to lose 300 times before hitting 1. This means I'm going to be down a good amount, but more than that, I do not want to lose. So this should lose us about $900. This is taking into account number 5, which was setting a budget, a low end and a high end. If I can end up with like $600 profit here, guys, I will walk away. So if we basically hit about 7K through this, I'm out, guys. I'm going to start on high here. Let's make sure we turn off that. We do not want that going here. $3, 1%. Every hit is about $300 here. So let's let this thing rip. If I hit one super early, I'm probably out. So in the first 10 bets, I'm probably going to get out. I doubt that's going to happen here, but let's go ahead and let this rip here, guys. Out of every 100 bets, we should hit about 1. So I'm willing to risk it and go for 3 times that amount, because obviously it's gambling. Sometimes it's random, or it's always random. And then sometimes you don't hit in 100. And then in the next 100, there we go, we hit 1. In the next 100, you hit like 2 or 3 of them. So now we're pretty much even after 100 bets here. If we hit 2 of those in 100 bets, then I'm out. So you kind of got to figure out what you want to do, guys, and how much you're willing to risk. And what kind of, like, just how you want to play it, basically. Not figuring that out results in a lot of mistakes sometimes, guys. So here we go. There we go. Oh! Okay, we just hit a back-to-back. That's actually insane. I don't think I've ever hit a back-to-back on there. Okay, so because of that, I know I made a mistake flipping it last time, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip this, and if we hit one very soon, we are gonna get out. We're $300 off the goal I set here. I have 133 bets left. I believe even if we don't hit a single one in these next 133, we'll be down like a little bit. We'll basically just be down the house edge because we've won 3 times in 300 bets. We're good to go. So if you want profit, you can cash out here. I'm gonna push the limits because I'm doing pretty good here on the session, and I am willing to go for it. You know what? Maybe we'll stop at like 90 bets. I don't know. Let's see. I'm feeling quite good about this. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Today's just a good day, guys. We hit 7K. We hit our goal. We calculated everything, what we were willing to do, what we were willing to not do, and shit worked out for us. It's gambling. Things are not going to always work out like that most of the time, honestly. So yeah, that is number 6, guys. Learn the odds, house edge of what you're playing, and figure out what you're willing to lose based off how risky you're playing. Mistake number 7 is not being strategic about rewards. Many websites, many places will give you rewards based on what you're playing and how much you're actually betting. For example, I've already got $30 rewards just from today, and there's many other rewards I personally get. I also offer a ton of rewards in my Discord. You can join through the link in the description, or you can type in the link on the screen as well if you're interested in those rewards. So make sure you guys are playing with a system that offers you a lot of rewards for what you're betting, because you can get a lot of the money back that you lose, or if you win, you can get some more money on top of that. Mistake number 8, guys. I've fallen into this trap many times, and it's doing super low risk bets, such as going on limbo and doing a 1.1 and expecting to not lose or have guaranteed profit. If someone ever tells you you can make guaranteed profit, that is a lie. There's no way to make guaranteed profit just playing normally. And I'm going to show you guys an exact example of this. Okay, so let's say we're doing a very low risk strategy. You can do 0.01 if you want to go super low. I don't think this is worth it at all, so I'm not even going to try that, but we're going to do a 1.1 here. Wait, so this is a 1.1, so for every $100, you make $10, and you have a 90% chance of winning. Now, that may sound like a lot, guys. I've done a lot of bets in my days, and I've lost so many 90%, and I've won so many 10%. So I'll show you guys, all right? So let's pull up the profit chart right here, guys. Whoa, this is looking beautiful, though, overall. Side note. We're going to go ahead and do our first bet on limbo. Hopefully, we're going to win. There we go. Let's open up our limbo chart right over here, boys, okay? So we're going to go ahead and keep this chart open so we can see what is going on with the profit and loss. So for every single bet I lose $100, and I have to win 10 bets in a row to break even on that loss, okay? So let's see if we can win 10 bets in a row here, guys, and make some profit, okay? Or at least offset a loss if we do end up losing. Hopefully not, okay? So I've seen people recommend me strats where you go for a 0.01 or a 0.05, and I've done videos where I only do low risk bets, and I have won. I'm not gonna lie, I have won some of them, but I've also had brutal losses. Like, let's say if we lose this $100 bet 3 times in a row, we're down $300. We have to win 30 bets in a row to make that back. So that's something we definitely do not want to do. Wait, we're getting really close. Okay, wow. So we just won 10 bets in a row. I'm going to push this and do 2 more. If we can win 2 more, I'm getting out. If we lose, it basically shows you guys how this happens. We'll try to chase it if we lose, though. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm getting really lucky today, guys. I'm up 120 doing this. You can lose on this, of course. And when you lose, you have to win 10 bets in a row to pay it back. And you can lose like 3 times in a row. So it's happened to me, guys. I wanted to show you guys a warning, but it's gambling, so it's not going to show the exact result I was trying to show you every time. I was just trying to give you guys a warning. I'm happy with this profit. I do not want to lose it. Going back into setting a cap. So yeah, there we go, boys. Number 9 is going to be rage betting / the do mentality. So let's say, for an example, we're going to have it on hard difficulty. Let's drop some $10 bets, and let's say the $10 bet does not hit over and over and over. This is something I fall into myself on my streams, which you guys can join. It's on the screen over here. I stream 3 times a week, but let's say I don't hit a bet many times in a row. I'm like, oh, I'm so due. Hold on. Side note, this is cooking so hard. I'm gonna cash that out. Let's say the 10 doesn't hit over and over and over, or I'm doing slots and I just keep on buying it and it just does not want to hit. That's a perfect example, guys, of when you are rage betting because you're increasing the bet size because you're not winning and you think that the next bet is gonna hit. I do this a lot on a slot called Wanted, you guys know, and of course most of the time it doesn't work out. Maybe 10% of the time you do end up getting a really good hit, and that's always a good feeling, but a lot of the time it doesn't work. So let's lose a couple of 10s here. Hopefully not lose, but if we do, I'm gonna go ahead and raise it up to 20 and we'll see if we can hit it. Okay, if I lose one more, See, we're gonna go and double it. This is not rage betting because we're doing really well right now, but I'm trying to give you guys an example here. This video is going way better than I thought because I'm literally trying out some of the worst things that you can do when gambling, and it's actually somehow working for us. All right, come on, give me a 1-1. Nope, not gonna hit. All right, here, we'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna double this down to 40 bucks. This may be the biggest bet I've ever done on this. Oh my God. All right, we need to. Okay, please. That's one off. Okay, let's do 2 more here, guys. Okay, please. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh wait, that's not beautiful, but that's okay. All right, I will take it. But that's an example right there, guys. I could have kept on going up. I'll show you guys one more. We'll do 80 bucks. Oh wow. We got it. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. We're doing too good on this session, but that's an example right there of just continuing to increase your bet out of rage. If you're doing it out of like a strategy, then it's okay. But if you guys are just doing it out of rage, you're emotionally betting, which is a huge mistake. And mistake number 10, probably one of the biggest mistakes I see, guys, is gambling as a source of income, guys. The house always wins. You guys have heard it. Every single person tells you that because it is true. Do not gamble as a source of income, guys. Gamble as a source of entertainment if you're gonna do it. We've had some really good profit on this session here, guys, so I'm gonna drop a couple of $100 high-risk Plinko balls on 10 rows. I'm gonna drop $500 just to see if we can absolutely end this off with a $7,500 win, guys. But yeah, if you guys are gonna gamble either way, guys, and you want to check out the top 10 gambling strategies that I explored through, you guys can click on the video on the screen. We literally just lost every single one of those high-risk bets, so I'm gonna do 3 more here. Go a little degen just for the chance of hitting a 10x, and of course, we're not gonna hit a single profitable one. We're gonna lose $400 doing that, but at the end of the day, we walked away with $1,600 of profit, which is a W in my book. Here's the cash out, $6,000. I'm gonna leave the rest of the money for a video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Peace out.